catch it with my, try to catch it with my, try to catch it with my, catch it with my. This surely was a good sign, despite of everything I saw. It's slowing down time.
Alright, what's up everybody? Today is Saturday, January 19th. Thanks for tuning in. My name is JP, this is Summer Luffin Jeep, and today I'm going to be doing a dual battery install. I got the Genesis Offroad Dual Battery kit for the Jeep JK, and originally from the last video I said I was going to do this last weekend. Came out here last weekend to do it. The whole weekend was gusty winds, like 20-25 mile an hour, just cold, windy, and then while I was deciding whether or not I was going to work on the Jeep, Aurelia wanted to climb our tree rope, then she wanted me to try it, and then this happened. Go. Oh, come on, keep going. You can't let go. Keep
She
pulling.
a monkey?
Keep pulling.
She's a monkey.
Keep going.
Now your turn.
My turn?
It's like those days when the WOD was like 9 rope climbs and then like thrusters and then there goes Daddy. Oh, Jesus Christ! Are you okay?
Yeah.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
No, babe. What happened?
I don't know.
Oh my God.
Oh. And yeah. So that pretty much ended that day. Alright, so my whole feeling about this video is that it's not really a how-to install, it's kind of more of a I guess a layman's installation. Genesis Offroad has a really great how-to video on how to do the installation. This is more gonna be how I handle the installation, and if I come across any problems that I can relate to you guys, and if anything I show you may make it helpful for your install or deciding on if you're going to do this installation. My reasons behind having this installation is I got the compressor, a bunch of lights. We are putting a small fridge in the back of the Jeep for this year. It's a very small little guy, but we just want to be able to bring more perishable foods when we go out, just because of Aurelia and Odin. So yeah, that's mainly the reason, and just to keep adding accessories, and don't want to have any electrical issues. Alright, so let's get started. First step is just to pull everything out. So alright, let's get busy. Alright, first step, just disconnecting the negative.
Changing all the laws. Try to catch it with my hands so that I can take it home. Hoping I can keep it when I'm dead, when we go. Try to catch it with my,
Catch it with my positive terminal.
try to catch it with my.
Gonna pull out some of all the wiring from the accessories, the compressor and everything. Just gonna put all this over here. Alright, there's a 10mm battery tray bolt down here. Just gonna pop.
So I kiss you with my hands. Try to hold and make it.
It's that guy. Here's the clip, or the battery tray holder. So it'll allow you to pull out your battery. And alright, battery's out. Alright, so the next step is going to be taking these guys out here, removing all the wiring clips. So I have a pry tool for that, so I got to get that. This is the evap solenoid, I believe. So this has to be taken off and loosened. We have to loosen up the airbox to get underneath, and this has to be loosened, and we have to loosen up in here to get the airbox loosened so we can get the whole battery tray out. Alright, I'm going to start prying these clips. Like they said on the instruction, they said be careful because you do have to reuse them. Alright, the solenoid, so I remove these clips. You know, the good thing about videoing is that I'll know which ones go where. And then just push on these tabs. It pops that off, it pops that off. Just gonna loosen this guy. And now that's out. Alright, the other thing, this section of hose, they said you won't need for the installation because they'll actually be giving you a separate piece to reroute the solenoid or the canister. So this can just be disconnected if I can get it out. One. Actually helps to push in first, then to press the clip and then pull it out. So this, I'm just going to keep it, but it says we don't need it. Alright, so in the back here there's 3 retaining bolts. So we got to pull those off, and you have to save the nut and washer. Those are the 3. Just make sure you save those. Alright, so I'm going to remove the fuse box. And to pop that out, you just got to press in the 4 tabs on the sides. And the other thing you have to do is remove the ground connection on the inside, or the fuse connection. Alright, the other thing we got to do is now pull out the air cleaner box. And that's basically, it's got push, I think, fittings in, and they say make sure you pull it up. There we go. See. Alright, so don't lose these because you're going to need that to pop this back in. This bolt has to be removed here, so that's why we loosen this from the power steering, give us some access. So we're going to loosen that next. Otherwise this is all ready to come out. Just going to loosen that bolt, and then we got to move the wires. Alright, everything's loose. I should be able to pull out the battery box now, so that's what we're going to do. So because of these bolts, we have to kind of slide it forward, and then on the installation video they said come up this way, so that's what we're going to try. And you just got to try and finagle these wires a little bit.
Sometimes fast and sometimes slow.
Alright, battery box is out. Just remember, you have to, later on when we do finish up the install, we have to cut part of this to be able to remount the airbox. So set this aside for now. Alright, Genesis Offroad. Here's the instruction user kit. Sent some stickers. Alright, here's the whole top setup with your solenoid, all your positive terminals, your negative ground terminals, and your connections. So here is the battery box. Alright, that's that. And here's your the hoses for the evap canister, solenoid canister. Some protectors for those, for the 3 bolts in the back, and some other nuts, some other bolts that we're going to use to secure the tray. Alright, so let's get to installing.
They're falling to the ground, dance around in circles, and I catch them with my mouth. It softens all the noises, it softens all the things, everything is wild.
Alright, there's the battery box installed. Just one other thing. This was the old battery box placement where they connected it to the sidewall. We're going to be using this spot, which had this Jeep bolt, so we're going to be using that. These are the 3 back connectors, and then we have to get to that one down there, and that's it. And then we're going to hook everything up.
Everything is wild. So I kiss you in my hand, try to hard to make it stay. In the end it melts away. Try to catch you with my hand. So I catch you in my hand, try to hard to make it stay. In the end it melts away.
Alright, so just trying to put the fuse box in the place that goes right here. Alright, so the front edge was a little bowed in. So you saw I put the screwdriver flathead in there and I pried it out, and that helped slide everything in a lot easier. Alright, so this is the fuse box connector. I'm going to slide that out of the way. Push that down a little bit. That's the connector that we're going to have to fix. My terminals. Alright, we can get the... Oh, next up, we have to trim the bolts back to where the nut heads are, and then put those black covers so it doesn't punch into the battery. So we got to use a cut-off tool for that. So we're going to do that now.
Try to catch it with my, try to catch it with my, try to catch it with my, catch it with my. This surely was a good sign, despite of everything I saw. It's slowing down time, changing all the laws.
Alright.
Try to catch it with my hands, so that I can take it home.
Alright, next thing we got to do, we got to be able to remount the airbox. So we have to cut this section off. And we just basically have to cut from here, follow this rib line right here. Make sure we keep this bolt. We need that to connect, so re-bolt in. This has to re-bolt in, and we need these 3 connectors for the airbox. Alright, so hopefully I don't mess this up.
Hoping I can keep it when I'm there with you.
so I got the airbox cut off. Yeah, so you can see right there. So I still have my mounting holes for the bolts, and then the 3 important spots where the airbox is going to mount in. So I'm just going to put that back in right now.
So I kiss you with my hand, try to hold and make it stay. In the end it melts away. Try to catch it with my. So I catch it with my hand, try to hold and make it stay. It melts away.
Alright, so this is the evap solenoid. I've got the extra hose that they give you. The online says for the 2012 and up, you can still use the old connector from here. So this is the only one that we're going to have to cut.
Try to catch it with my. Catch it with my. Try to catch it with my. Catch it with my. Catch it with my. Sometimes fast and sometimes slow. They're falling to the ground. Dance around circles, and I catch them with my mouth. It softens all the noises. It softens all the things. Everything is wild.
Alright, so there's the evap solenoid reconnected. There's the new hose running right there. I'm going to clean that up a little bit just to make sure it works, and tape over that so they can clean up. Yeah, so that's that. Now everything's done. Now we can just put the batteries in. Everything's back together. And batteries. Alright, so update. As you can see, my old battery is back in place. And the reason why is that my old battery is back in there is because the 2 batteries that I got look to be right-hand drive batteries. So the posts are not in the proper spot, so I can't get the connector, the top connector with the solenoid on. So I'm going to order new batteries, have them overnighted, and then send the old ones back. So I'm going to have to finish this tomorrow. But the hard part is done. Now it's just putting in the new batteries. Ugh, so frustrating. But all in all, so far it's not been that hard. With videoing, it's been about 2 hours so far. Maybe 2.5 hours. So tomorrow, hopefully if I get the batteries, it should be about maybe a half hour worth of work, and then this will be all done. Alright, stay tuned till tomorrow. Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm back to finish my dual battery install, and it's almost a week later, which is crazy, but I ordered the replacement batteries and they finally came yesterday. So I got them right here. Oops, sorry. And I'm going to work on getting them installed, and then this thing is wrapped up. So let's head to the engine bay, flip open the engine, or flip open the hood, and let's get this thing done. Alright, here we go. Alright, so after last week, this was my old battery. Just got to remove it again, and then we're going to put in the new Odyssey batteries. Alright.
Try to catch it with my. Catch it with my. Try to catch it with my. Catch it with my. Catch it with my.
everything's ready to go. So we're going to put the batteries in. So unlike the other batteries, which had the incorrect posts, this is not reversed. So positive is towards the engine, negative is towards the side of the Jeep, passenger side. All right.
And I catch him with my mouth. It softens all the noises. It softens all the things. Everything is wild.
Alright, these are the included bolts from Genesis.
And sometimes so they'll fall into the ground, dance around in circles, and I catch them with my mouth. It softens all the noises, it softens all the things. Everything is wild. So I catch you in my hand, try to hold and make it stay. In the end it melts away. Gotta catch him with my hand. So I catch you in my hand, try to hold and make it stay. In the end it melts away.
Alright, so it's in. I didn't film all of me connecting my my accessories and connections just because I needed a lot of time to think, and I was moving wires and rerunning wires, and then I would put something in its place, and then I was like, well, that sucks because now I can't put this other thing in there. So I'm totally not satisfied with how I have it set up, but it's good enough for now so I can drive to work tonight. And maybe in the summer when it gets a little warmer, I'll play around and shorten up some of the wires. Alright, so let me show you what it looks like and just give you a quick rundown on a couple of things that I'm kind of iffy about. Alright. Alright, so here it is, the dual battery. The biggest issue I had was with the positive that came from the Jeep. Basically I had to open this up and change this wire from the far post to the near post here. So once I opened this up, I was able to get some more play with the wires, move them around, so that was the biggest thing. So I'm gonna clean that up once spring comes and I figure out which wires I'm gonna shorten. The other issue was this back negative post, the way it clamped on is the tightening nut is on the back side, so it was a BITCH to get my wrench in there to tighten that, but I got it done. So you can see some of the wires that I have are still pretty long, but I routed them as best I could. You can see it's actually really nice with the little grommets in here. You can pass the wires through, and ran my negatives here. Yeah, so there's my positives. I got some on the bus bar, and then the main one, big one for the winch. So that's set up. This button here is the boost button. So that's the button that allows you to combine both batteries in case they're totally drained. They combine and allow you to start your Jeep, so that's pretty cool. Maybe down the line I'll get the wire that connects from here and goes into the cab, but right now this is fine. Other issue was this negative. You can see how it comes up now here. It's pretty, so I got to figure out a way to tuck this down, maybe cut this and cut this whole sleeve and then be able to pull this wiring back. So but that's it. Alright, so install is done. It's about 98%. So when the springtime comes, I'm gonna fix up my wiring when it's a little warmer and I can have more time to really play with it. And there's a few things, as I pointed out before, that I want to cut some of the sleeves off and allow some more play with the wires so I can make it look nice and neat. But yeah, overall the install, except for the issue with not having the right batteries, went pretty easily, not too bad. Yeah, that's about it. Any questions, leave a comment below. I followed the Genesis Offroad installation video, and I referenced that a couple of times. I definitely think I had a couple more issues than their install. They've probably done it quite a few times. Other than that, it was pretty easy. Probably could have had it all done in one day, except for that battery issue again. So, thanks for watching, and sorry it's been so long between videos. It's just crazy, and it's been brutally cold, windy, and rainy, and it's hard working outside. So, again, thanks for watching. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up button, leave a comment, share it, hit that bell. Anything helps trying to grow this channel. So hopefully be able to do some more Jeep projects as long as the weather holds out. Alright, that's it. I gotta go back inside, eat some dinner, and it's time to go to work. Alright. Later.